I want to welcome you to tonight's call. It's a Sunday evening here in North America. My name is Nicole Peterson, and I've got the pleasure of introducing you to tonight's presenter, who is the president of Vizionary, Andy Morbitzer, who is also going to be introducing three other very special guests who have all flown into Dallas, Texas from different parts of the world for a special project, and you will get to hear from all of them tonight as well, and a little bit about what they're doing in Texas too. But first, as most of you know already, Andy and I are partners in business as well as life. What I want to share with all of you is he's a down-to-earth, dynamic leader who has one of the best sense of humors that I know of and can make anyone smile in any situation, which makes him loved by so many of you. He's an industry-leading multi-million-dollar producer with 15 years of networking experience. He's also spent 20 years of his career in the investment and financial arena, working in and around Wall Street, which makes him perfectly suited to this industry of cryptocurrency and networking combined. So we're pleased to have Andy taking the lead on tonight's call. And Andy, if you're there, the floor is all yours.
Very good, Nicole. Thank you for that great introduction. For those of you that don't know, the one behind the scenes that really keeps my life up and moving and organized and really moving along swiftly in a very productive way is the announcer here, and also in her own right a award-winning marketer, and a networker, a mom, and her name is Nicole Peterson, and thank you very much, Nicole, for all that you do in support of us guys here. So with that said, thank you very much, and welcome, guys, to Vizionary, the home-based business. And tonight we're going to change it up just a little bit. We're not going to go through a slide share. We're going to talk about a business overview. But before we get to that, we're really going to tonight do a quick overview, but I'm going to introduce a couple of people. And we're going to start with, myself, Andy Morbitzer, president of Vizionary, which is the distribution arm for the coin that we've all come to know and love, Capricoin. So with that said, we're going to, first of all, I'm going to introduce a couple of people. And the very first person, the one you don't know, the name that's might be a little bit anonymous at this point, and I might as well let the cat out of the bag now. This gentleman I've known for, quite some time now. We're both in the networking industry. His background is business development, and he does a great job in building relationships with merchants and building out platforms worldwide. And he is going to be the new we're going to bring on, his name's Jon Penkert, and he is the Chief Marketing Officer for Capricoin, which will be the retail side. He's the guy that's going to run the show for bringing on the merchants and the cashback and the flow and building these relationships worldwide. So with that said, I'm going to have Jon come on before we do the overview, say a couple of words, say hi to everybody, and then when he's done, I'll introduce our in-house cryptocurrency advisor and founder of Altcoin Today, Gary Connor. So with that said, for now, we're going to move over to Jon Penkert. Jon, welcome to the call. Nice to meet you. Great to have you on board down here in Dallas, brother.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for having me on the call. Thank you, Gary and Tahir and Andy, for inviting me to come in and share a little bit about what I see for both Vizionary and Capricoin. This is an extraordinary opportunity. I'm excited to have these gentlemen here. Really, the focus of what we're doing here in Dallas is really to build tools for you guys. I see this not just as a good opportunity, not a great opportunity, but a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. What is happening in the world of currency is changing on a daily basis. It's very, very volatile. Those of you that are involved in mining with Vizionary and anticipating a tremendous opportunity with Capricoin, you understand that the fiat currencies of the world are very dangerous. They create instability, and the wave of the future is really cryptocurrency. And there's many cryptocurrencies out there, but I believe that we're the best in the space. I believe that we're going to set the standard for e-commerce, for the new way that people buy and sell products worldwide. and we're going to do it on a platform known as Capricoin, and that is the coin of choice. It's the coin that we'll be promoting. It's an honor to be able to sit here with these gentlemen. It's an honor to be able to speak to you tonight and create the tools that you guys are going to need to create what I consider the very best opportunity when it comes to residual income. We oftentimes in life trade time for money. We all have jobs, we have bills to pay, but the best kind of opportunities are the ones that create those residual incomes, where you set up a network and you monetize an activity and create long-term wealth for your families. That's what we're about here. That's what we're talking about. I've invited these gentlemen to come in so we can do some filming and create tools for you in the field, where when you're talking about a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, you actually have pillars of truth. You have legitimate videos that you can point people to, so that you don't have to be the message. You can be the messenger. You can point people to the information. You can point people to the credible resources like Gary Conner, absolutely an amazing individual, someone who has now dedicated his life to the cryptocurrency space. You're going to hear from Gary tonight. You're going to hear why he feels that we're one of the best opportunities in cryptocurrency. This vision that we're talking about here in Dallas, and the vision that you guys you're supported, you're a part of, is really the vision of Tahir Ali. He's the gentleman that said over a year ago, you know what, I'm not going to continue on the path in life. I'm going to separate myself, do something different, be a part of something bigger, and begin to change people's lives. I'm getting involved in cryptocurrency. I'm going all in with the founders, and so it's my privilege and my pleasure to speak with you guys tonight, but also sit with my friend Andy Morbitzer and do what we've always wanted to do, is join forces and go out there and build a sustainable business model. Andy and I both champion creating networks of people that really fight the one problem that oftentimes happens in business, and that's fighting attrition. And we know that if we can create valid, solid, legitimate income opportunities, create residual incomes for you, we can fight that attrition monster. And so we're here this weekend. We're brainstorming on best practice ideas. We're going to create tools for you guys in the field. The real focus is to make this easier for you guys, to make it an easy, seamless transition where you can create a turnkey opportunity. And so, that's it. I'm just excited to be here. I'm just excited to sit with these gentlemen. And again, thank you, Andy, for having me on tonight.
No problem, John. I appreciate it. Thanks for all your insight, your professionalism, and helping us articulate the vision that we have that started with Freddie Berg and Tahir Ali and Ladislav Pastor and Jesper Benson, the other co-owners. And what makes this truly exciting is we have an individual that we're going to introduce now by the name of Gary Conner, who's the founder of Altcoin Today, which is a publication that really gives insight around the world to different types of cryptocurrencies and the like. And quite honestly, when I first met Gary, he kind of hit me off guard, because typically when somebody watches one of our videos, of course they weren't marketing videos, they were more business oriented that Tahir put together, and they're absolutely amazing. The websites look nice, the videos are great, but we brought John on board for his insight and brought us down here to Dallas, Texas, to make some marketing videos to help you guys with what we call the cause. But all that for naught, because at the end of the day, were we just in an ordinary cryptocurrency? And the answer to that was no. And we knew that when an expert in the field identified us and said, you know what, this is exactly what I've been thinking about for the last year or two. This is exactly what I wanted to do. So Tahir put together this platform and formed it with Frode, about a year ago. And in my search for a cryptocurrency expert, one emerged, a shining star, who gives us the credibility and the validation of a industry expert. So we have an in-house expert in Tahir Ali that is going to be the CEO of Capricoin. But it's always great when you get a third party that comes in that knows nothing about Vizionary, nothing about Capricoin, and for the very first time it looked at our platform. And I'll let Gary explain the rest. But without further ado, somebody I've come to know and love, and who's just a great go-kart racer, I guess would be the best thing to say. We did a little team building today, and we went down the go-kart, those souped-up go-karts, and well, Gary won, of course, but nevertheless, um, if you would, say hello to Gary, and he will share with you, the reasons why he loves Visionary Capricoin. And with that said, Gary, I remember the very first time I talked to you on the phone, it was a three-way call. You got done looking at the videos, and I said, Gary, what did you like best about what you saw? And this was his response. So without further ado, Gary Connor, our cryptocurrency altcoin today.
Thank you so much, and I remember it very well. I said, you basically have picked my brain. You're reading my mind. This is my message. I knew what cryptocurrency needed. I knew what the world needed to understand this changing sphere of currencies and the emerging of cryptocurrencies. It seems when you first get into it, it's extremely over your head and difficult. It's not. It's really not. And what I really, really like about, and especially being down here in Dallas right now, we're preparing some tools. We met with the production facility today to go over exactly what types of things we need to have. But we're going to provide the tools that shows you it's not difficult. This isn't rocket science. It's no different than using a Visa or a MasterCard. It's that simple. And that's what Visionary is bringing to cryptocurrency. And that's why I'm very, very excited to be part of Visionary. What I really like about the Capricoin coin itself, it's using the latest technology available in the cryptocurrency space to make it fast, secure, decentralized even more than other cryptocurrencies out there. It's just a beautiful coin. I love it. I had a lot to do with some of the input to the algorithms, what kinds of things we did to it. And I drew a lot of the experience from watching other coins fail. Now, one of the most exciting things that I think you guys are going to see here very soon, and that's the reason why we're down here in Dallas right now, is we're going to be able to provide you some tools to articulate everything that we're trying to get across right now. The team itself, the core guys here are just seasoned professionals in everything that they do, and I'm very confident, and this is the reason that I wanted to be part of Visionary and be part of Capricoin. This is the future. And you guys have an opportunity, just like I realized over 3 years ago, this is the future. You have an opportunity to capitalize on the future by joining and being a member of Visionary. So with that being said, I appreciate the time on the air here, Andy, very much. I'm going to turn it back over to you, so maybe you can introduce Tahir.
Okay, very good, Gary. Welcome aboard. Guys, moving forward, this is going to be your management team. This is going to be the retail Capricoin side. We're going to have Jon Penkert with his extensive experience in marketing to businesses and merchants and building momentum, which is crucial to our success. Remember, guys, at the end of the day, when we look at Visionary and the platform, well, before I get into all that, let me introduce the CEO of Capricoin, the guy who put all this together, that started this about a year ago with Frode Berg. He's one of our software provider as well. He's the owner of CEO of Top Sites that really support our systems, Visionary, Capricoin. But he's also going to be the CEO of Capricoin. He, in his own right, is a cryptocurrency expert. So we've got Gary that came from really external channels, and then we've got Tahir that started from the beginning. So what I'd like to do now is introduce Tahir. Some of you know him, some of you don't. This is the guy that's going to run the show on the Capricoin side, the cashback side, in conjunction with Jon and myself and Gary alike. But we all have a common cause. We work as a team. Even though Gary won today and he beat me by 0.3 of a second, he is the reigning champ. So with that said, I'm going to have the CEO, Tahir Ali, come in, say a couple of words on his vision, when this started, how it came about, and a little bit of a peek into what the future, and maybe even update maybe an application, a Visionary app, or any of the changes you've done with that. So with that said, Tahir Ali.
Hi, everyone. Well, it all started about a year ago when I decided that I'm going to go to Spain for a year and just help Frode set this thing up. it takes a lot for someone to just say, okay, I've got a successful software company, I'm just going to leave it for a year and just go away. And it's a testament to Frode's vision that and his sales tactics with me that made me just say, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm I'm only in the cryptocurrency industry for a short period of time, but what we have prior to that is all the infrastructure that allows us to be able to do payment solution software, software that allows for telecom integration, software that allows for mobile applications, APIs, those kind of things. So in terms of how our background fits into doing cryptocurrency, yes, we are new to the cryptocurrency world, but that's one of the reasons why we brought in experts from other companies to help us get this thing done. The thing that we bring to the table is all the peripheral background knowledge that is needed to make something like this successful. And that's one of the things that I'm working on, and I'm sure that you'll hear a lot more about the things that we're working on going forward. One of the things that I should let you know is that we're going to be launching another version of the Visionary app going forward in the next couple of weeks. And that's going to have support in there. So you're going to be able to get direct support from your app with the company. And that's going to mean that you get a lot faster responses on support, and you're going to be able to get much better communication with the company, which is in the end going to help you develop your business much faster. Well, that's it. If there's anything else you
No,
want
very
to add.
good. I appreciate you coming on here tonight and saying hello to everyone. I appreciate it. That was Tahir Ali. It's always nice when you have a strategic alliance and a vested interest from your software company, which is Topsites, which has been open, functioning, profitable, tenured, successful software company out of the UK for what, 15 years now, Tahir? So 15 years. So we've got experience, we've got some vision, we've got some people that makes things happen. We've got every component that we need. Now we're just going to put it all together and we're going to move forward in such a way that we're going to be that trusted, reliable, dependable cryptocurrency in a commercial use type sense, meaning our value can be derived and such through the usage of the coin. And we're going to be some pioneers in this space where value can be derived through the usage of coin. And with that said, understand, guys, we're just getting started. We have credit card processing capabilities now up to the gold packages, and we'll bring on another one here next week. So everything's functioning properly. Many of you have moved some coins to the external exchanges. We were the first and at the time only networking company with a distribution arm that had a presence in the external exchanges, and now we're on 3 external exchanges, what gives us the credibility and the I guess power that we need. So with that said, anything else you'd like to add or take away, John? No, you're good. What about you, Gary? Are you good to hear? With that said, if here's a personal invitation, if any of you are in and about the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we are at the Hilton at the Lincoln Center. I don't have an address, but you can Google it. It's North Dallas.
Dallas Tollway 635.
It's on the Dallas Tollway and the 635. So it's the Hilton at Lincoln Center in North Dallas. We're going to have a meet and greet for an hour or two, maybe tomorrow night between what time, Sean?
6 o'clock to about 8.
From about 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you have any people that would like to meet some of the owners, if they're interested in knowing more, if they're undecided, send them down. If you're already in and you're already mining, you're already acquiring Capricoin and you're a happy distributor, come on down, say hi. I know there's some people. We'll probably have I don't know. I know we're going to have probably 10 or 15 people that we know of right now, plus some other stragglers that have come along. So it should be nice. Now it's going to be, even though we will be formal because we're going to do filming tomorrow on some videos, some different things that we're doing here for marketing purposes. We'll probably be dressed up, but you do not have to. It's not going to be a formal presentation or an overview. It's going to be, sit down, get to know the owners, say hi. If you have any questions that need attention or identified at that time, we'll be more than happy to answer it. That's what we're here for. And at the end of the day, we'd love to meet you. So with that said, we'll see you tomorrow night if you're down here in the Dallas area. And with that said, Nicole, I appreciate you putting all this together. Thank you very much for the call. And unless you have something to close this out with, Nicole, we will say good night.
Just quickly say thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to just quickly get together and do this call and say hello. And so excited to have Jon officially on board with Capricoin. So welcome, Jon. It's a pleasure to have you on board. And Tahir knows I love him, and Gary's, our beloved crypto advisor. And of course, Andy, thank you for everything that you do with training and keeping our members informed, as well as everything that you do on the management side to ensure the success of Vizionary. So let's go put Capricoin and Vizionary on fire.
Well, thank you, Nicole. Have a good night. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a good night.